Okay, finally, contour. Contour, 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 contour. So, I've already kind of done the foundation-y stuff, but I'm only using all powder stuff today. Kaylee. Powder foundation. Can't read it because it's super shiny. Bare Minerals Blemish Ready. It looks like the powdery doohickey. And I just use like this. Just kind of. It's old school, like you have to push in to get the powder to come out. Because of the way the lid is shaped, you can't just flip it upside down. Yeah. So just get some on there. And buff. Buff, 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 buff. Buff, buff, buff. This is, because it's Bare Minerals, you can use it as foundation, because that's kind of what they do. But I like to also use it as a setting powder when I do liquid foundation, because it's light-ish and it's better for your skin. So, and since I have bad skin still at 31, I have less problems with it. And then these are all my contouring brushes. I'll show you real quick. I'm missing one of them. It's in the bathroom still, but this is that foundation. You can see how it's like, it's layered. Like the white parts are longer, so it blends it better. It's called a stippling brush. This was a full-sized e.l.f. brush, like that, but the handle part broke off, so now it's kind of like a kabuki, but it's just a large powder brush, they call it. Another e.l.f. brush, but it's blush. That's why it's angled and tapered. And this is the Smashbox contouring brush. Comes with the kit. And it looks like that. So it's angled, but it's also fluffy and thicker. And it came with this Smashbox, my contour kit, my powder contour kit. See the back of it. It'll tell you, like, they're not in order, so it's like contour, bronze, highlight, but it's actually the contour starts on this one, and then it's bronze and then highlight. But so there's a little sticky sticker thing in there that kind of gives you like a how to do everything. There, you can see it better. This is the highlight. This is the bronze. This is the contour. I don't really use the bronze much. And for the sake of argument, I'm not going to use this one today because it's more, I don't know, if you don't know how to contour or if you're not real like confident at it yet, this brush will frustrate the hell out of you. I like to use this because it's kind of like the fat crayon versus the pointy tip marker. I don't know. So I just take and get all up in this mother. So you get not a whole lot because you don't want to start real heavy. You want to work up and build up to it. My right side is always, you can just even see it as I'm sitting here. You can already see that line there. Left side, it's not as defined. There's always like one side of your face, one side of your body, whatever, that works better with whatever you're doing than the other. It's just the way we are. So to find it, you suck your cheeks in. It's hard to see on the left one. I don't know why. But you just start up here at the temple and blend it down. You can see a little bit. The trick is, if you go in super heavy and super dark, you're gonna look like a drag queen right off the bat. And you know I love my drag queens, but if that's not what you're going for, don't do it. Just don't do it. Build gradual. So, you can see how even when you look dead on, when you've begun to contour, the shadow it's creating, from the side you can see it too, but from front it angles, it creates that line and reshapes your face. When you're blending it, you don't want to blend down this way, you want to kind of keep that line, because that's the line that separates when people are looking at you and the way their eye hits your skin. This is jawline, this is cheekbone. You want to blend up this way. So when you're doing it, don't blend don't buff down, go up. But you want to stop right about here. Because all of this under eye area, right where my thumb is, that's where my actual cheekbone is. That's where you want the highlight to hit. Because as you can really see on the webcam, this is where all the light's hitting. So if you have light hitting here and this is all dark, that's how you get that really nice carved out look. So go ahead and do the left side real quick. Now, you want to drag it up into your temples and like along your hairline, because it just kind of balances the look instead of just having this line. It's all about blending and making it flow and look like it's supposed to be there, not like you just took brown powder and went done. We'll do some advanced too. So that's your basic, just contouring. No bronze, no highlight, just contouring. Basic contouring, just cheekbones. Now, if you want to get crazy, this is what you do. Get down here underneath your jaw, underneath it, not on top of it, not right on the edge, under it. And you work that in there. What that does is it gives you a sharper jawline. And you can blend that into your neck more. And you can drag it down and buff it. And that you don't want to go super dark again unless you're going for like a super drag look. Also, this little area right here, you can put a little bit there and drag it up. Just a little bit. And you can see now you have angles on your face instead of it just being. And even when you get up close and it's just that, it doesn't. I picked this lighting because it's really fucking bright and you can see easier. But I will also show you what it looks like in not. This is just like natural Seattle morning daylight. No. Smoke or cough. Don't start. So, oh, my brushies. Some of them are dirty. Don't judge me. These two are my favorites for what we're doing. This one's pretty good too. They are just your basic flat, fluffy brushes. They're from like, this one's ELF, ELF, whatever, H&M, and this one is actually, I think, from Forever 21, or might also be H&M, I don't know. So, we'll use this kid. You take your contour, you get it on there. Again, start light. So, nose contouring, advanced contour tricks. You want to basically here is where you want to put your contour. It makes your nose look thinner. Which, I don't have a giant nose. I like my nose. I have the cute little frick nose. But it just adds more definition. And that's what contouring is all about, is creating a new shape or enhancing the shape that's already there. So, I work that puppy. And you want to stop right like where your nose dips in and meets all this. That's where you want to stop. You don't want to drag it down into here. You don't want to, like, if you drag it this way, you're just going to accent the tip where it bulges. And that's not what you want. It's not what we're going for. It's not a good look. You can start basically right about here, where the bridge of your nose is at its highest, where it dips in. And just go. And again, when you're blending this, you want to blend. The hard line goes here. This is the part that needs to stay highlighted. This is where you blend, because you want to create depth and shadow going down. Now, if you've got a real big nose, some advanced drag contour tip again. Sometimes what they do is they contour like here. And it gives the illusion that you have like an upturned nose. So you can see it just makes my nose look defined. I didn't do anything super freaking crazy. Highlight. Highlight is your friend. Don't be afraid of highlight. Don't be afraid of highlight. Don't be afraid of highlight. Highlight. Try to get this light a little better. Okay. There, it's not as bright. At least on that one side. Okay. There. Okay. Now I don't look completely washed out and you can see the difference better. So, highlight. Just drag it down once. You can see side without, side with. Do it again. Nothing. One drag. It picks up. Highlight is supposed to be heavier pigmented. You start here and just drag it down. That's all you do. That's it. That's it. Now when light hits your face, it's going to really bounce back and be highlighted here. And with the shadow you've just added, now it looks like you have a smaller nose. I don't do that all the time. I just do it so I know how to do it and for fun, but advanced contouring with powder. Because I live in Seattle, we don't get a lot of sun, I like to take the contour and just a little bit of the bronzer, and then wherever my contour line is, I go, hard line is here, and then I'll start about here, and I'll lightly blend that combo up, just to create a little bit more of a gradient. Doesn't add a whole lot of difference, but it's just what I personally like to do. Highlight. I use the same brush because I don't care. I'm not a professional. You can load this bitch up. You can go heavy on highlighter. Okay, so this area here, this plane, right there, that's where you want to hit that mother. Now when light hits that, light's gonna hit that. I also, lately, because I live in Seattle, and because NARS is the best, I have been using this blush, NARS. It is in the Holy Grail Orgasm. Not Super Orgasm, just Orgasm. Super Orgasm has more gold tone in it. This just has this iridescent pink deliciousness. If not, Orgasm is the best because it works with every single skin tone. I don't care if you're dark as the Congo or so bright when you open the fridge you get a sunburn. Orgasm works with your skin. And you only need a little bit. You can't really even see it on the brush, but that's only really how much you need. So you put that shit on the apples, but you put it kind of on top of the contour and the highlight and blend back. You don't want that 80s shit where it's just, you don't want to contour with blush. And it just creates this wash of color that's really not even visible on the camera, but if you saw me outside, you would see that shit. And it just makes it look like you haven't been sitting inside forever and a year. Best blush ever, best blush ever, best blush ever. If you want more of like a goldeny, more like I've been in the sun blush look, then get Super Orgasm. You can't go wrong with it. And they also make this in cream blush if you really gotta have your cream. If you've got really black circles under your eyes, like I usually do, if it's just dark through here, you can kind of see right there. I have this tone correcting powder from ELF that I got at Target like 3 years ago or something. Nope, you can't even really see it there. It's got, you can't really see, it's quadrants. So there you can kind of see. Blue, yellow, green, pink. Blue counteracts yellow, I think. It's pretty much opposite. So if you've got like bags under your eyes and shit, green is going to counteract that because they're blue. If you've got redness, like rosacea, or if you've got any kind of acne flare-up, you're going to put yellow over that. That's why all concealer and correctors are yellow, because it counteracts red. Color wheel, opposites. So, what I like to do though, because when you combine all of these, it just lightens everything. So I like to just swirl it, get it right underneath my eye, almost where that highlight is, and just go. And I got it in my eye. And you can actually use that as a little bit of a highlight too. So, that is Contouring 101, and I'm going to do a separate one for how I do all the other shiz I do. So, douches.